Growing up, my dad was a science lecturer, and at about, I think, 11 or 12, he became a pastor. I was gutted, man. You know, you're just trying to fit in with people, and it's not the coolest thing in the world, but I reflect back and go, you know what a cool upbringing I've had? I wasn't into the parties. Like for me, I'd go to bed early just so I could be crack of dawn, first person in the surf, and you know, just going hard out driving for hours at night to get to that diving spot so you can be, you know, squeezing every second of light out of the day.
And that's orca. That is phenomenal.
This is amazing. There's only about 200 orca that live around the coastline of New Zealand. And to actually come out here and find some when we're not even looking for them is phenomenal.
But oh, we've got one right in front of us just now.
You know, look at that. It's got a little juvenile one coming up to us.
Amazing, man. Look at that.
When I was leaving school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. And I went to tech for a year, and I decided, man, I don't want to be in an office. It's like, I love being outdoors. And so I got a building apprenticeship, and I did about 20 years of building. And I met my wife we've been married 26 years now. Hey honey, how are you? Good. We got orca up next to our boat right now.
How cool is that? They're coming back to the boat again.
My wife at birth lost a baby, Samuel. He was about 10 days overdue. And that was massive, you know, like I'd never really faced anything that'd gone wrong before in my life, you know. It's like I felt like I'd had a pretty sweet life, you know, everything worked out for me, and that was massive. And not long after that, just diving out the back here, like I had one of my best mates that was free diving with me, and we were actually probably about 150 meters apart, and he drowned, and that was I remember when that happened, you know, I rang up a friend of mine and I said, mate, I'm going to give up diving, man. It's like, this is just... But, you know, it's just such a huge part of who I am. It's always mystified me how much I loved it. Like, I remember at the time I had probably about 10 guys working for me, running a few different contracts, and there was days I'd just turn up to the job and look over the water and I'd just be numb, you know, and just shake my head and just go home again. One day my daughter Riley, when she was 12, said to me, hey Dad, I want to do a project about turtles and plastic. I have to do something about the ocean. So we interviewed New Zealand's turtle expert, Dan Goodoi. She asked him questions that kids wanted to know about turtles and why they eat plastic, well ahead of, you know, what's getting talked in the media now. And all of a sudden this video plays, and I just watched these 30 kids, all of a sudden their eyes just went, and they went deathly silent. You know, and the video was like 7.5 or 8 minutes long or whatever, and a couple minutes in I was like, holy moly. This is the idea I've been looking for all along. It's been sitting underneath my roof and I didn't even realise it. And that was the birth of Young Ocean Explorers. And, you know, from there, we've had some really neat opportunities. Like, we've created our Young Ocean Explorers site, youngoceanexplorers.com, and we've developed it in such a way that while kids are our target audience, is like, I want to bring the underwater story of New Zealand into the Kiwi story. You know, I think our best stories haven't been told. And I just want to inspire a whole generation of kids about this stuff. You know, Riley's 19, and, you know, in the next month she's going to be speaking to over 15,000 kids, and what a great opportunity, you know, to inspire a generation of kids to value and to want to look after, you know, what is so special, what's underneath this glistening surface here. For me, with Young Ocean Explorers is more than a job. Like for me, this feels like a life calling to me. You know, it feels like this is what I've been made for. To rise is sometimes just putting one step in front of the other. One of my favourite sayings is nature waits for nobody. You've got to be prepared, and my life feels like it's on call regularly. That I'll just drop everything, and if orca turn up, I go. That's what it's all about.
Oh man, so beautiful, so grateful.